Hello. So it's a time for the students to concentrate on their exams. So where everyone will be asking them to focus on their studies. So we come across the problem how the students getting distracted too, because the mind is very energetic. So it picks up things fast. So when you concentrate on studies and when you focus, that is the highlight of the word focus, because when you read, the focus has to be only on reading. So how can you do that? We hear people saying that focus on your studies, focus on reading. How do you do that? So the mind is very energetic, then mind becomes tired, so it has to expand. So technically we call it focusing and defocusing. So what happens when you read for 1 hour, you get to become tired, so you switch on the TV or you listen to music or you would like to chat with somebody. Though this is, you have to relax, but what happens, these kind of getting relaxation is not good, because sometimes it may lead to stray thoughts, watching TV or listening to some music, or it may lead to gossips, or it is very harmful for your thoughts. So how to do defocusing? There are scientific ways to do defocusing. Focusing and defocusing. This happens alternatively. So when mind becomes tired, you give rest to your mind. So there are scientific ways. Let's discuss that. So you have to expand your mind, change the focus, then keep full control your mind. All this to be happened in a very short time. That is what defocusing. So this has to be done very quickly also, because you have to do focusing immediately after defocusing. Your mind thinks in 3 dimensions. Number 1, visual, or it has got some forms or color. Even written words come under this category. Then sound. So when you say sound, it can be sounds of the instruments or spoken or heard dialogues. Then emotions. Emotions related to thoughts. So these are the 3 dimensions in which your mind, based on these, you have your mind thinks. So when you say the defocusing, the qualities of defocusing are positivity, expansive and energetic. So when you defocus, why we should give rest to mind after a long time of reading? So when you give rest to your mind, the mind should have positive vision, positive thoughts. Then it should be expansive. Then it should be energetic thoughts. Whatever you do in the rest time, it has to be positive, energetic and expansive. So this is what the 3 qualities of defocusing. So when you relax after reading for quite a long time, you can do these things. What are the things? First one, audio. So you close your eyes and listen to. Close your eyes and focus on ears. So you can hear music, you can hear sound. The next, I told you, you should have an expansive thought. So When you hear a music, you just imagine that you are listening to a sound of a moving vehicle, one particular vehicle. So you feel like you are traveling. So that refreshes your mind. Then listen to the sounds of stringed music instruments like sitar, guitar, and all that. And if you listen to songs, those lyrics may give you some unpleasant thoughts. This will disturb you. Then you pretend that you are listening a sound of bee, especially female bee. So you will have that that sound. So that is your energetic sound. So you will have that sound of a beat going on in your mind. So you have to imagine that and listen to that sound. Then you can listen to the Gayatri mantras, or you can chant Gayatri mantra or Rama Nama or any other mantras, because these are all proven that they refresh the mind. They calm down your mind, they refresh your mind. So this is one way of defocusing. Then the visual way. So how do you do it visually? You rub the palms and you can face it on the softer side of your eyes. That gives you some warmth. Then next one, expands. I told you positivity expands and energetic are the qualities of defocusing. So when you do it visually, so I told you palm. The next one, imagine that a small insect becoming a bigger, it growing to a bigger, any form you can say, a small rat becoming a very big rat. So just that is your imagination. You are expanding your imagination. So you are thinking only on that. The next one, recall any pleasant memory you had in your life. Then you visualize your God. So evoke the living God. Let it not be a idol, or it did not be the picture. You imagine that you are listening or you are talking to a living God. Then expand your imagination. That is, you think of sky, you think of mountain. So your imagination gets expanded. So in all these tasks, you are focusing on a particular area. So this is visual. Though it is defocusing, but your mind is focusing on a particular area. Then emotions. Emotions are related to thoughts. So how do you do defocusing through emotions? See, when someone asks any student, why do you prepare for exams, or why do you want to do so hard and get good marks? Then some of the students say, yes, I want to become this, I want to do this. So this thought of I should be removed, because this expansion. So you think of, instead of I, you think of we. So think of your family. What I will do if I become so and so. If I become this kind of professional, what will I do for my family? Then you expand it to society. What will you do for the society? Then the country. What will be your contribution for the country? So, and at the global level. So what happens? You are expanding your ideas. So your mind is focusing on all these positive thoughts. So everything gives you a very positive energy only when you do this kind of defocusing. Because defocusing is very important, because after defocusing you are coming back to focusing, because after an hour of rest you again start reading. You are going to start reading. So again you have to pay concentration on your studies, on the subject or your notes. So the focusing has to be strengthened. So focusing and defocusing happening alternatively. So you should know the scientific way of doing defocusing also. Then your focusing will be strengthened.